Hey guys, it's Tina and I am back and I'm here with a swatch and review video for you guys for some products that I recently hauled, and I mentioned that I wanted to do a review for you because they're a formula that I really enjoy and I don't hear too many people here on YouTube mention them. You see them sometimes on Instagram, at least with the people I follow, I see them sometimes, but not a lot. And I think this formula is one to definitely check out because it is one of my favorite formulas for liquid lipsticks. With liquid lipsticks like being everywhere these days, it's good to find good alternatives to the more expensive ones. And these are the Coloured Raine matte lip paints. And the company itself was founded in 2013, and it's one of those indie online brands, and I'm always skeptical about indie brands because there is no regulation on the formulation, the ingredients that they're using, their manufacturing, so I'm always wary of indie brands, and I just don't want to be that guinea pig that ends up with her lips or her nails falling off. Did you guys see the recent fiasco with the nail polish that's causing people's nails to lift? Oh, if that happened to me, I don't know what I would do. So I'm always wary and skeptical and nervous about indie brands because I just don't know what they're doing to their products, and I am nervous that something's gonna happen. So I read reviews, I check them out online, I Google them, I try to find out if there's any dirt on the brand or if anything is awry, you know, before I splurge. And these don't seem to have any real negativity geared towards the brand, and they were established in 2013, so we're talking about 2 years that things could have come to the surface if things were a little bit strange about these brands. So I'm a little bit comfortable with talking about them. So let's go ahead and jump into the swatches because I want to show you the swatches first and then we'll talk about the products after. So the first shade we have up is the shade Sugar, which is described as a nude with pink undertones. And this one, I don't see as much pink as I do peach. It is a very pale nude shade. It is a peachy nude, but it is a pale nude. And this would be great for paler skin and lighter skin ladies, or if you're like me and you like to mix colors and do an ombre nude, this is a good one because you can mix it in the center of your lips to give that lighter pop of color in the middle and really give a fullness to your lips. And this one actually layers up really great too, considering it's such a pale color. So if you're into light nudes, this is one to check out. Next up in the nude shades, I have the shade Suede, which is described as a cappuccino shade. And this one is definitely a coffee brown shade. It is one of those shades that are hardly ever found on the market. It's a caramelly brown shade, but it's a deep caramel brown. It can kind of look like melted fudge on your lips, but what I really want to say, it can look like poop because it is this just chocolatey brown shade that can come off a little bit too poopy. But I think it's a great mix-in shade and it would make a great kind of brownie nude if you're into that, but again, I wouldn't wear it alone. Then we have the shade Soul, which is described as a grayish brown with a slight purple undertone. And this one is exactly as it's described. It's a grayish color. It's a gray tone brown. Does have purple to it, as you can see. If you're into those indie gray tone lips now, that's like all the rage, this is great for you. But if you're like me, you kind of stay away from that because it kind of can wash you out. Yeah, you might want to skip this one, but it's a fun color and it's a color that you have to be into to actually like. But again, gray tone nude, great for those who are into that. Then we have another brown nude shade. This is the shade Truffle Rain, which is described as a Hershey chocolate shade. And it's definitely a Hershey's chocolate. This shade is definitely a true rich chocolate brown shade, and it is so reminiscent of the 90s shade that I was in love with. I was into these chocolatey browns. I wasn't into like the pinky nudes or like, you know, those kinds of nudes. I was into like true chocolate brown, and I love this shade. Again, it would be great for mixing, doing an ombre lip if you're into that, and it's great on its own if you're into brown toned lip colors. Then we have the shade 24/7, which is one of their kind of popular shades. This is described as a strawberry toned shade, and I would say this is kind of a pinky peachy shade. It's a toned down nudie pink shade. It's a very neutral looking kind of toned down lip color, but it still has a punch of color to it. It's a pinky neutral shade for me. This actually goes well with my lip color because I have more of a pinky color to my lips, and it actually works really well. I really like this one, and I can see how it's so popular. Then we have the shade Amazing Rain, which is described as a neon pink, and it is definitely a full-on neon pink. It is that bright fuchsia pink. It is a Barbie pink. It's screaming neon. It's great for summer if you're into these fuchsia bright colors. Personally, these don't really flatter me as much, but they're definitely good for mixing with berry shades. That way I can deepen them up. But if you're into these bright neon colors, this is definitely a very pretty one. Then we have the shade Electric Rain, which is described as a neon orange. And this one to me is not a bright kind of Big Bird orange. It is actually a very beautiful muted orange shade. It has like red tones to it, so it's a little bit more subtle than full-on bright neon orange. I think this is a very wearable orange if you're into orange lips. I'm into orange lips, and again, you can mix this shade, but I think it is a really rich, bright pop of color. Great for the summertime, maybe not so much fall, but if you're into orange tones, I think this one is a great one as well. Then we have a fun, bright purple, which is Sweet Rain, and it is described as a purple with blue undertone. And that is so true. This is like a rich blue tone purple. If you're into these kinds of purples, then this is a really beautiful one to get. If you're not into purple lips or intense lips, this is not the way to go. It is bold, it's intense, it's in your face. And because it is a blue tone shade, it can make you look like your lips are freezing. So you might look like you have frostbite, but it's one of those colors that I love because they're just intense and different. So again, purple girls, you will love this one. Then we have the shade Berry Rain, which is described as a magenta copper. I don't know where they got that from, but it is a berry toned fuchsia shade. It is bright and in your face, but it's a beautiful subdued color. This is the way to wear purple if you're not looking to like scare the world. This is a beautiful berry purple shade. I think it's gorgeous. I love this one because I love berry tone shades on myself, and I think it flatters a lot of skin tones. So this one I think is a must. And then last up we have the shade Vanity Rain, which is described as an orange toned red, but I think it is definitely more of a blue toned red. Okay, I can probably see the orange in it, but I think it's a true red. I think this is a great red shade. I mean, reds are all over the place, but this one is a really good, like, toned down red. It's not bright and in your face, so if you're into that intense, like, cherry red, this is not for you. But if you're into more of an everyday power red, this one is a really beautiful one to check out. So now that you've seen the swatches, let's go ahead and jump into the review. And as I mentioned before, these are Coloured Raine's matte lip paints, and these are their version of a matte liquid lipstick, and these fall into the same category as the Kat Von D liquid lipsticks or the Jeffree Star liquid lipsticks or the other unicorn blood sucking liquid lipsticks, right? So these dry completely matte, they're flat finish, they're budge proof, they're long wearing, but they're completely matte. So definitely keep that in mind if you're interested in checking these out. These are similar to those kinds of formulas. Now, Coloured Raine says they're cruelty-free, paraben-free, gluten-free, and vegan, and these retail for $16.50 each and contain 4 grams of product. So that puts them at a cheaper price range than the other indie brands on the market, and they're also cheaper than the regular consumer-friendly brands, that's Kat Von D and Anastasia Beverly Hills. So you're looking at a cheaper price point for these. In addition, you can get coupon codes to get some percentage off. I personally use a coupon code that I found on Instagram for 10% off, so I did get these for a cheaper price. So definitely check on Instagram just for a coupon code so you can get these even cheaper. And these are available exclusively on the Coloured Raine website, so you do have to order these online, but they have beautiful lip swatches. They have Instagram ready lip swatches if you're interested in seeing those. Plus, hopefully my swatches helped you as well in kind of navigating the site. But they do ship for a pretty decent shipping rate. It's relatively inexpensive, and I did get an order confirmation by email. I got a shipment confirmation and a tracking number, and I got my shipment pretty quickly. Like, it turned around within 3 or 4 days, I would say. I got it within a week. So if I ordered on Monday, I definitely got it before Friday. So their shipping's really quick and it's inexpensive, and I didn't have like a delay in processing my order, which I really appreciate, especially for online indie brands. So let's quickly look at the packaging. These come in clear lip gloss tubes with the Coloured Raine logo on the front, and colored is spelled with a U, kind of like the British spelling. So keep that in mind when you're looking for them. I will leave the link below as well. But the name of the company is on the sides of the tube. And then on the bottom you have a little sticker with the name of the product on it. And the cap itself is a magenta bright neon pink. And then on the actual cap it has a CR for the company logo. The applicator itself is a traditional doe foot applicator. It's a regular size, it's not an elongated one, it's just a regular doe foot applicator. I should mention that the actual top of the tube where you remove the applicator is a little longer than normal, so it gives it a good enough time to remove the excess product. So you have that little sifter that takes off excess product, so you won't have product leaking all over the place. So I find that really good for this kind of formula, and I have no problem with leaking or anything, and they do securely tighten, so just remember to tighten them. I think the packaging is simple, but it's really functional. I think it's good quality packaging for an indie brand, so I really like the packaging. As for the overall product and performance, I really love this product. As I mentioned, they're matte liquid lipsticks, so they're kind of budge proof, smudge proof. They dry down to a flat matte finish, and they won't smudge all over the lips. They actually set to a matte finish, similar to the Kat Von D formula. And they don't transfer, like if you're drinking from a glass, they won't transfer that easily. I haven't had transfer issues. The only time these will break down is if you have oil. So if you apply an oily lip gloss or you eat something oily, they're gonna smear and come off, but they're gonna come off on the center of your lips. Just be mindful of that. Oils break down long wearing lip products. That's just the way it is. That's just the way of the beast. That doesn't change. That is just how it is. And you would use an oil-based remover to get these off. However, I did not have an issue simply washing these off or using a makeup remover wipe. Some of the pinky shades, so the pink and the red and the orange, can stain your lips and leave a little bit of a tint behind, but it's nothing too intense. It does wear off within a couple of hours. I didn't have a big issue with removing these at all. They wear pretty comfortably, similar to the Kat Von D formula. Again, I find these are a little bit more lightweight than the Kat Von D formula. They're a little thinner, but they're packed with pigmentation, which I found really great about the formula. It is packed with pigmentation, but it feels like almost nothing on your lips. I think they got the right formula, the right balance between the colored pop, really watery, full of pigment products that just are a bitch to apply, and then the Kat Von D, which is my top-notch formula. They kind of got in the middle, where this is almost like tying in my eyes with the Kat Von D formula, and they're cheaper. Hello, like win-win. I really love the colors. They're fun colors, but there are not too many full-on wearable colors, but you can still find great nudes, good wearable colors. You can mix these, which is another thing that I love. The Kat Von D ones you mix, that's no problem. The colored pop ones, oh my god, they're a mixing nightmare. With these, you mix them with each other, you mix them with other colors. They work beautifully in combination with other products. And another thing that I really love about these is you can apply a gloss over top and they don't lift or flake or become clumpy and kind of like the icky formula that ColourPop has. These actually work really well with lip gloss and other products and lip liners, and I didn't have a problem with these blending with those different formulas. And that to me is the real testament of a good product, when it can mix with other things in your collection, so you don't have to wear it a specific way, like you have to apply it a certain way for it to work. This works really beautifully. If you're a beginner, if you don't know what the hell you're doing, it works. And if you want to mix it and do an ombre lip, or you want to put a gloss on top, it still works. And these are beautiful. I definitely recommend checking these out. These are, again, tying with Kat Von D in formulation, and they're cheaper. It's just, I think their color range needs a little bit of a tweak, but they're an indie brand, so I don't expect like a wide range of colors from them. But for what they are, they're really, really great, and I highly recommend them. So if you are gonna check them out, definitely I'll leave the link below. And if you get to talk to them on Instagram, tell them I sent you, because hello, get the word out there that the Fancy Face is covering some of these brands so they can send me some stuff. I'm kidding, but for real, check these out. Again, check Instagram. They have great pictures and swatches. You can also find great discount codes. And definitely let me know what you think in the comments below if you have tried these out. Again, I'm very wary about indie brands because I can ingest these because they're being applied to my lips, and so far so good. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I will leave links to my Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook page where you can follow me along. And if you like this video, definitely hit the like button, favorites, and share with your friends. And if you're not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button. And until my next video, which will be very soon, I'll talk to you. Bye guys.